So lately, some brave soldier decided to throw away his life by leaking some Nintendo data. And to you, my brave soldier, thank you. And I'm guessing you probably won't be able to see this video because the Nintendo ninjas would have taken you down by now, and I might be joining you too, brother. After I go over some of these intense, controversial beta Pokemon leaks. Beta Skitty, and it actually looks better than the original. Mostly because it's less cat, so there's a less chance of this thing being a spawn of Satan. I do like the beta design of Skitty, but let's be honest here, it's not that high of a bar to be better than Skitty. And before you ask, yes, it's because I'm a guy and Skitty is a stupid girl Pokemon for stupid girls who have stupid cooties. Beta Roselia, or at least I think it's Beta Roselia, doesn't give me absolutely stunning and beautiful like normal Roselia does. The beta unironically reminds me of those old Monster Tycoon games. You know, the one where like the first 10 minutes of game are like the most interactive, and then after that you have to wait like 10 hours for the dragons to breed, and then after that you have to wait like another 10 hours for the egg to hatch, and then after that you have to like wait another 10 hours to place down the habitat that the dragon has to go into, when you should have just made the habitat earlier, like instead of just waiting. And it's just kind of a misplay on your end, and it's just a big mess. And you were very excited that Friday to get off school and finally get to play around with your new dragon, but now you gotta wait 10 hours or you gotta spend 3 it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Tropius has always felt like one of those Pokemon that feels like something is missing for me. And what, you think this goofy ass beta is finally gonna do it for me? No. Beta Spoink. There's a trend we're going to see with all these betas. For some reason, most of them are on that McDonald's lunchly meal grind set mindset, and this is especially true for Beta Spoink, or I'm just going to call him Boink, is on that galaxy juice.
Motherfucking galaxy gas!
This is what's going to happen to our kids of the youth if they stay eating lunchly. You know, the lore of Spoink is that if it stops bouncing, it will die, but I feel like for this one, it's the opposite. I think if it starts bouncing, its heart will stop. Ooh, the Beta Shedinja is extra spooky! You can go 2 routes when making a Pokemon that is immune to all attacks. You can either make them super mysterious, or you can make him mysterious, except he also looks like a grade B demon from what you would find from an old Doom game. Castform is next, and I'm gonna say something. I did not care for normal Castform, and I'm tired of people saying that they like it. It's a stupid Pokemon, and it has tits, and you know it, you perverts. You like your favorite Pokemon is tits. Oh, you're gonna say it's water molecules? You're just coping. It literally has tits. It literally has balls. But this guy, this little bean guy, look at him. He's adorable. And look at his forms. We got the Sandstorm Castform, which is straight up looking devious. I want to know the person at Game Freak who walked into the office, saw this on the table, and was like, yeah, make it lame. I straight up love this design, mostly because whenever I play competitive and I see this goofy ass bird on the opposing team, I won't be mad. I'll accept the L, losing to this sick, majestic bird, instead of losing to this goofy ass duck. It almost makes sense on why he would have the same ability as God of the Sea. They definitely made this thing less cool on purpose because Swellow was already in the region. The Game Freak exec probably walked in and was like, hey, is that a badass bird? Yeah, I thought I would try something, you know. No. We already have a badass bird of the region. It's Swellow. What if we put this thing in the game? We can't give Ashy Boy 2 birds. That's gonna ruin the team dynamic. We gotta put Snowrun out there. If there's 2 cool birds, you know, Ash has to have them, but like, so we can't. All right, so make him goofy. We got Beta Lombre, and this guy just straight up looks like he went to the GTA barber. Looks like he got to the end of the haircut, and when it came time to pay the bills, he forgot his wallet at home, and the barber just magically put his hair back on.
That son of a bitch.
I feel like something has always been missing with Sharkpedo, and it's called a goddamn tail. This Sharkpedo, though, he's not pulling off the tail correctly. His tail straight up just looks like it was kind of glued on there. Looks like they took it from another animal and just whoop right on there. You know, maybe one day we'll get the Sharkpedo we deserve. Beta Sableye is up against some fierce competition right now. Sableye is my boy, my prankster, my fellow gooner and goonie. My boy is on Reddit 24/7, has a Snapchat streak of 1,000, and has 25 different Discord kittens. And I'm telling you right now, no hobgoblin holding a TM. Is that a TM? That's a TM. Whatever. It's not gonna beat my Gremlin Gem Boy any day of the week. Go back to hell from whence you came. I cast you out of my kingdom. No! Beta Braylon looks like a rubber chicken and a kangaroo fucked each other in the parking lot. In the fucking there was...
Connor, where are you going with this?
Dude, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real here, alright? I don't know. Alright, I'm stuck in a corner. I backed myself. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I just don't know what to do.
Why don't you just try again?
I can do that? I can just start over?
Yeah. Yeah, it's super easy.
I'll just do that. Thanks, Hayden. This guy looks fucking stupid. Beta Electric is a baller design.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I like him way more than the original one, mostly because I can actually tell that this thing is a dog. I could realistically see myself having some affection towards this little doggo, whereas in the normal Electric, it's a bit more confusing. If I saw the beta walking down the street, I would want to protect him at all costs. If I saw the actual Electric, I would be running the opposite direction, straight up beelining it. My cross-country time peak right here, alright? I'm about to drop a PR in the 5K, alright? I don't care how fast I'm going, I'm getting away from this thing. Next up is Beta Shroomish, and oh my god, what happened? How could a mushroom go from so happy and full with life to this? I want to know what happened. It was honestly probably all those new crunch times for all the new Pokemon games. I could see him going into Game Freak, starry, bright-eyed, and then just over the decades getting sick and tired of it. Ugh, what's that? You want another game? Oh, you want 2 games? And you're giving us about a year? Eh. Should be enough time. Oh my god, what are you doing, Game Freak? It's another beta banger! And it's Shift Tree! This one gives me real Deity of the Forest vibes. I can actually realistically see this thing in Ocarina of Time dancing up on a little log right up next to Skull Kid. Normal Shift Tree completely loses me when you get to those goofy nubs. You know, if this guy was actually real, maybe I would go out of my way for that steep 1% encounter rate and actually give a shit about getting C-Dot. Next up we got... Next up we... What's wrong with Beta Italy? Like, what is wrong? You want... like a Blue Man Group member and a tree stump had a kid was like a mask seller from Majora's Mask who in the pregnancy stages did nothing but smoke a 5-pack a day. This Absol design is absolutely killing it for me. Normal Absol is an edgy deviant artist to me. He's not the cool type of edgy where it's, where's the 3rd damn Chaos Emerald? But more or less like, actively watches Pepe Frog edits and the troll face type of edgy. The type of edgy where you unironically wear a wolf man looking at the moon shirt that you got for like $50 at the Burning Man festival. The type of edgy where I can sense your presence in class because I know where you are because you don't wear deodorant. The Absol with Yin and the Yang strikes me more thematically with it being a harbinger of chaos and destruction and bad omens that are about to happen. You might be expecting a similar glaze to C-Dot as I did for its evolution. Another meat ride sesh for me on this C-Dot. Well, you're damn wrong.
I don't even know where to begin. I feel so sorry for you, Walt.
Fuck you.
But at the end of the day, if we had to get this little shit to get this design, then I would love to have this original C-Dot. Now a real banger. This Pokemon has always eluded me, as I've always wanted to see more art of this one. And now that I've seen it, Beta Blaziken, it's kind of fire. It's kind of heat. I don't know what they were cooking, but they were cooking when they were making this. And this might get my totally loyal audience of my adoring fans to turn on me. Might get them to start making TikTok shitting on me for this moment. But I think Beta Blaziken is fire. And I honestly prefer it over both Latias and normal Blaziken. If you ask me, Blaziken and Latias need to go back to doing this little fusion dance here. This was one of the coolest beta designs I've ever seen for a Pokemon. If you're a modder, please mod this beta Pokemon into a game, and I will 100% use this thing in Nuzlocke. Probably so I can kill it by misline. But hey, like, the 2 fights I'll get to use it for will be the best 2 fights of my life. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a moment to remember what the normal version of this Pokemon was named. That's just how forgettable it is to me. Maybe if they went in this direction with the angry shell and scared Pearl, I would actually give a shit about it.
JK, I give so many f***s. Inside that bag are all the f***s I give.
It's empty.
Darn it, I'll just run over to the f***s store. It's open till 9. Oh no, it's 9:02.
Well, it's way better than the original, but like what I said with Skitty, that's honestly not a high bar to cross. Now, if this horror abomination was real, I'm convinced I would not be a Pokemon fan. My 11-year-old self would see this immediately and then pick up Digimon. 11-year-old me did not mess around with horror. I was once given a FNAF keychain as a gift, and I didn't know what FNAF was, and it scared me, so I destroyed it. And me and my dog both went Womocom on it. Both of us combined our forces together to destroy those atoms. I know matter cannot be created or destroyed. Well, I feel like we disproved this theory real quick. But now that I'm old and grown up, I'm not afraid of you. And I say bring it, Cacturn. But I actually like this design. It's actually fucking sick. I really don't care for normal Cacturn, but this is peak. By now, I've picked on some of the beta Pokemon for being a bit chunky. But this is not chunky. This is not chunky at all. He ate a Azumarill, and they are still in there. Finally, for Gen 3, we got to the beta base starters. And first up is not Mudkip. Get your bitch ass out of here. I'm convinced that this is one of those moments in history where the timeline split. I could not see this rabbit guy having 4.7 million people watch him say his name for 10 hours. I think we won this coin flip, because a world without base Mudkip is not a world worth living in at all. I like Trico's design a lot more, with it being an actual lizard, but I think if we went in this route, then its final evolution would actually need to be Dragon type, without it having to grow a tree out of its ass. First up for Gen 4, we got this Hubba Bubba rap design. Licky Licky. It makes so much more sense why this #1 P. Diddy invite had to learn Rollout to make it evolve. Honestly, I would not mind having this thing coming back as a future evolution. Oh my god, guys. We got Peter Skitty Rotom. Oh my god! Please help me. This is a cry for help. I hate what I've become. I need to be put down. Be put down. Like the dog I am.
Du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst. Ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab, wenn ja!
We got Unovi and Cricketune before GTA 6. It's over, guys. Well, I guess technically we didn't get him, but I mean, alright, whatever. I'm kind of glad that we didn't get this Cricketune, to be honest, because for game balancing purposes, I don't think having an early bug type with this stat spread is healthy enough. Honchkrow might look like nothing has changed, but now he has got that fun, elegant moustache quite befitting of a mob boss of his stature. You can see him busting around his goons of Murkrows a lot more with his distinguished moustache. Competitions of who would be the hedge honcho of the hedge Honchkrows would be whoever has the best mustache. Instead of evolving from a rock, they would evolve based on an exclusive minigame only made for them, where you have to trim the Murkrow's hair. You gotta really make sure that's all nice and dainty, you know, you gotta spend multiple days, you gotta log on. Or, if you just want to skip the minigame, you could just take him to, like, a parlor and then come back 5 hours later and he'll be evolved. And now, for one last beta Pokemon. Except it's not a beta Pokemon. It's a beta Pokemon Link. And I know you're tired of everyone calling Typhlosion a pedophile. But don't worry. I'm not gonna call him a pedophile. He will.
In no conceivable manner is it okay to suggest or engage in any sexual conduct with a minor. It takes 25 years for the human mind to fully mature. The age of consent in most countries is built around an average period in which the growing mind is capable of handling sexual relationships.
If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It means a lot. I put a lot of time and effort into this. Huge shout out to Table Gaming / Hayden. He helped edit a majority of these sections, and I genuinely would not have been able to release this video without him, without taking at least 5,000 years. So if you made it to the end, that means you probably like this as well. So why don't you hit that subscribe button? You know, just hit it, please. I want to hit 100 subs before the end of the year, and you know, we're running it pretty close, but I think we can get 60 more subs by the time of uploading this to make 100. So yeah, see you in the next one, maybe.